attitude.
Good morning, Singapore, and welcome to the biggest and best breakfast show in the world. We are The Big Show, and we have quite a number of international, quite a number of countries around the world who are tuned into us every time at this time.
Absolutely.
Okay? At 8 a.m. in the morning here in Singapore. And one such person who is tuned into us right now from Switzerland is Dr. Geraldine Tan. Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning, everyone. You say the biggest and best breakfast show, right, in the world. So we have to be everywhere in the world. So, hello from Zurich.
Hello from Zurich.
Great to see you, Jerry. And for those of you who think you know what Jerry looks like, well, and you're not tuned in, to Facebook, or rather you're not logged on to Facebook or YouTube, you should have a look at Jerry right now, because this is a different look.
It's a different look for Jerry.
Very different look.
This is a holiday mode look.
I like this.
I like the look.
Yes,
I like the look. It's really
very
nice.
chilled.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, you should look like this every week.
Oh, don't tell her what she should look like.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, before we go into talking about attaining success and all that, back to Jerry. So, Jerry, we're talking about success, right?
Yes, we're talking about success, and it's not the usual. So I wanted to do a clickbait sort of thing. We talk about success, but it is not really the career success that we are thinking of, because I think from the far too long, and more, the younger generation is coming in and say, I'm a failure, and just this week, having to host camps, an inclusive camp at my center, as well as on Sunday we had a Father's Day, pro bono Father's Day event together with Ray of Hope, and the fathers brought the special needs children, those with medical needs, those with autism, those with ADHD. And I thought this topic is far too apt for them. What is success, or what does success mean to all of us, as well as these young children? So I thought it was quite a topic. And interestingly, when I touched down from Zurich yesterday, and we were driving around, sharing that the driver was showing out the sights, and then there was a group of boys that was crossing the road, and they were dragging the garbage cans, the garbage where we see in our landed property,
the bins,
the green bins,
right? And so I was staring at the boys, and then I asked the drivers, where are these boys from? And he was really caught off guard, because I'm showing you the size while you're asking about a bunch of boys, But these boys were lovely. They had some of them had Down syndrome, some of them had motor skills issues. Anyways, the boys, I need to complete about the boys. So anyway, they have a school that teaches them and integrates them back into the society. And I thought that was a success in the whole society, because the whole community was actually helping them along. They were patient, they were kind, and these boys were independent. We always talk about, our special needs children living independently. These boys really epitomize independent living. So that was very exciting for me. I think my husband was staring at me and going like, you go everywhere in the world and you just can only think about your work, is it?
Well, I think it's not just you thinking about your work, but I think it's also you thinking about the success of how Zurich has integrated these boys who normally in a lot of other countries don't get the opportunity to be independent. So that's a successful initiative that they've actually done.
Yeah. So it was really exciting because, I was also pondering, I had a beautiful, beautiful Sunday event with the team and the Ray of Hope team. And I hope the fathers realized they were successful in their own ways, because so many of the fathers who came, we insisted that they come alone with their children, and they were saying, no, can I get my wife to come along? Can my wife just loiter around? And we were like, no, you can manage it. You can deal with your child independently without your wife. You don't have to rely on them. But they say, but my wife is more familiar with the child's needs and everything. And we're like, no, you're the father. You definitely can. And I'm so proud of all the fathers. There were 21 fathers or 20 fathers on that day itself. And they managed their children beautifully. We had games, we had lunch, and they managed their children. So very proud of them. That to me is success.
Awesome.
What did the father say as they left? I mean, they came in with so much trepidation and fear that they would not be able to handle a full day with their kids alone. How did they leave?
It was half a day. Asian fathers, right? And fathers tend to be very functional, very logical. So at the back of their mind, I think they had a good time, but it is still, what do I do with my child? Give me tips rather than enjoying the day. So it's very interesting because mothers and fathers have very different approaches. But to me, on that day, when the fathers actually dealt with their children for so many hours without calling SOS, for their wives to come up, they were really good. I mean, they were fantastic.
See, fathers are not so bad. Everyone always says, the mother is better than the father.
No, I think because, typically the mother always spends more time. Typically. I mean, that is changing quite a lot.
Yeah.
And that's why people always think, the mother knows more. But I don't think that's true.
I think there are better fathers these days than like
absolutely.
maybe 30, 40 years ago.
Absolutely. They're more involved and more inclusive.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even young fathers that I know of these days, I'm looking at them and I'm going, I wish I thought like that when I had my kids.
They're doing a lot more.
Because now the men have to be like women, you see. That's why. If not, they'll be in trouble.
Not the men have to be like women. The men have to be like fathers. That's it.
No,
not like
men,
women.
No, these days,
you have to. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Right, they have to keep up, right? They have to be mothers.
Well,
right now.
No. I think
parents.
a father has to be a father, a mother has to be a
parent.
mother.
Yeah,
You've
we don't
got to be a
label them
parent.
anymore.
That's where Angel's
Now
right.
the
You
men
need
want to be
parent.
men, also cannot be men.
Being a parent doesn't mean you're
It's
any
not
less
a
of a
gender.
man.
Yeah, they're children that are brought up with two mothers or
Not
two
everybody can be like
fathers.
you, okay? You are very much in touch with the feminine side.
This is true. Yes, this is true.
There are many men who don't have that feminine side.
This
now
is also
have
true.
to be feminine.
This is also true.
Okay, anyway.
Dr. Jerry, back to you.
Back to you, Jerry.
I don't think it's a gender thing. I think,
No.
a lot of times we get hung up about our limitations, but do we actually look at what we are good at? So one of the things that, in sessions we always focus on would be, what are your abilities? Oh, I don't have. Oh, maybe I'm good at this and maybe I'm good at that. And it is just listed out rather than you feel it, you know it, and you're confidently displaying it. It is more like a badge to wear than being a human being. So it's quite sad when when people come in and they say, I'm a failure, then I go, how can you be a failure when you've achieved so much? Oh, yes, I'm good at this, I'm good at that, but the big but comes along and it negates everything already. I mean, think about yourselves, right? Was there a time that you actually felt that you were not good enough, that you are a failure rather than you are a success?
Why'd you look at me, Glenn?
Absolutely.
He's like,
Why?
yeah, you saw that. He was like,
No, I'm just looking at what your reaction is going to be.
No, but
My reaction is going to be like that.
No, but absolutely, I've been there.
Yeah, I for sure been
Why?
there. Yes,
Where?
I
Where have you
absolutely
been there?
have been there.
There are times when I felt like I couldn't achieve what I wanted to achieve, especially when I was first starting out and I was too hard on myself. Everything I touched was supposed to turn to gold because everything my father touched turned to gold. And I didn't achieve that. And so I really felt that I wasn't living
Chip
up.
on your shoulder.
You know?
Why-
So it does
Why are
happen.
you like that?
But with time came the realization that I was my own person.
Okay.
But Glenn was
know,
saying that we are sweetening things too much by saying people can be successful in all many different ways. Like for him, success is materialistic. It's the 5 C's or the 6 C's or however many C's that have been added on. But success to him doesn't necessarily mean being a successful at being a husband or being successful at being a dog daddy to his puppy. You know, his is all very materialistic and tangible. But if we say that being successful is, say, something for someone like me would be being a good parent, being a good daughter, being a good colleague and stuff like that, to him that's not success. That's just getting off easy. Correct?
Well, okay.
So if, but if you're looking at the definition of other people or society, then it is not your definition. Then you can keep chasing and it gets very tiring. So how can you say you are successful when you're chasing somebody else's success, somebody else's expectations? Then you'll be tired all the time trying to chase something that may never be attained because it is not yours.
Because the goalpost always moves.
Or is it
does.
that we define our own success?
It depends, right? I guess.
Do we define our own success? And society doesn't define our success?
We should define our own success. I'll tell you something. So today for me, whoever that is on the Big Show TV and is watching us right now gets to see me in glasses. Since secondary school, once I put on my contact lens, no one has ever seen me in glasses before.
We've never seen you in glasses?
No.
Oh, really?
No.
Never?
I
Never.
don't
Oh.
think so.
Okay.
No. You had the fake glasses and that was all I could manage. I never, ever showed anyone myself in glasses. So I thought for this particular topic that we're talking about success, to me, this is success because all these years, the idea, and it could be my perception, the idea of beauty is not to have glasses. Because the glasses when I was young was really, really thick. They didn't have like the super thin ones and everything. Even today, if you look closer, because my eyesight is very bad, you will see the rings there on the glasses itself. So I never, ever wear it out.
You know what? You
And
look beautiful
today-
with your
That's
glasses
what I
on.
see.
I love the
You
look.
look gorgeous.
Yeah.
Pretty is pretty, lah.
Yeah, that's it.
You
Yeah,
can't hide it
done deal.
behind
Yeah,
glasses. You
exactly.
look awesome with them.
You can put on 2 pairs of glasses right now. You still look okay.
You should wear them more often to give your eyes a rest.
Yes,
honestly,
you should. Jerry, Matthew has come onto our Facebook page and said something very interesting. And I want your comment on this because I think it's a little too pressurizing. At the end of the day, success and failure is dependent on one's purpose in life and whether one achieves it or not.
So I would look at, rightly so. So earlier we talked about your abilities. Now Matthew has gone on to my second point, which is what is our purpose in life. Now I want to then say that whether we achieve the purpose or not is that journey that we are going towards that purpose that makes our life fulfilling. And that's the last point. So what do we do, right? The 3 tips is abilities, the purpose, and the effort. Because if you're not going to put in any effort at all and you say, I've got this purpose and I want to work towards it, but you're sitting around and not doing anything about it, forget it. You're never going to get there. And you cannot honestly answer yourself or answer to yourself that you are doing something good for yourself and can be successful for you. Because you're not. You're just, you're loitering around or not doing anything.
Thank you. You've just given me a revelation. I just need to finish off that third point to get what I want in life.
Hey, for some
'Cause I
people,
haven't been making the
having a
effort.
purpose in life, that purpose may not necessarily be a good thing.
No, that's true. No,
That's
that is true.
true.
Yeah, and that would be their success if they achieve it. But who
Yeah.
are we to say? We're not encouraging it. But
Exactly.
to each person, success is different, right? As
Correct.
Dr. Jerry said, it could be a
Yeah.
bad thing for other people,
But not necessarily for that
for
person.
that person, yeah.
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 But sometimes, one of my purpose is to irritate people.
Nah,
And then
Oh,
when
you're
they get-
successful,
Yeah,
bro.
And then when they
Super
get irritated,
successful. Yeah.
success.
Super successful. Yes, you've achieved that.
Like sometimes I will irritate my wife as well.
Yeah, day in, day out.
If she
You,
doesn't get
know.
irritated, I fail.
you,
If she gets irritated, I'm like,
Aiyo.
yeah.
you know you do that with us every day as well, right?
Really?
Yes, every day. You're so successful.
You're very successful.
Stand by. Thank you. Good morning and welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for this morning, live from Switzerland. I think you're in Zurich. She's
Yes,
in
she's
Zurich.
in Zurich,
Yes.
yeah.
Dr. Geraldine Tan. Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Jerry.
Jerry, since you're in Switzerland, tell us a little bit about Switzerland. Is it as beautiful as many people say it is? I've not been to Switzerland, but I would
have.
love to go to Switzerland one day. Is it? A friend of mine went to Switzerland and said it's boring.
It's beautiful.
It's boring.
It's calm. Okay, it depends on what you are looking out for, right? So if you're looking out for a lot of nature, you're looking out for calm, it's beautiful. It's literally a sight for sore eyes because it's so green. So that was very lovely when we were driving around. And there's so much history and architecture. And our guide did a really good job explaining to us, showing us and pointing out the different buildings. Yeah, so it was very
Glenn's already
nice.
falling asleep. He's like,
What
okay.
happened?
He's like, no. He's like, wide open spaces. The hills are alive with music.
That's
He's like,
exactly
it's
what
okay.
it is.
He's
That-
like,
that's
it's
what
okay.
it
I'm not
is.
going there.
That's good. I don't like to talk behind my wife's back, lah. But she's been wanting me to go to Iceland.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, what am I going to do in Iceland?
But no, you see,
Same thing.
You go
She said the
Yeah.
mountains,
Yeah.
the lagoon,
yeah. Bring your whiskey, lots of ice.
Like, is there a golf course there? She doesn't know. I said, yeah, maybe. But then you like be playing on ice. Okay.
Well, Iceland
Switzerland has
there you go.
Switzerland has golf courses and they're lovely. So you
I'm
should
sure.
come down here even if you just want to play golf.
There you go. You can have a hip flask
Yeah.
and like 20 hip flasks in your buggy.
Definitions of success, Jerry. Moll has come onto our Facebook page and said, after I've had kids, I realized that my success has little to do with my own goals. I feel success when my kids feel I'm a good mom.
Oh, that's a nice one.
So
There you
nice.
go.
See?
Okay, Jerry.
So
we've-
I'll be quite just a little bit,
No, no
right?
problem.
So
Carry on.
for parents, I will be quite worried if you only place your successes if your child tells you that you're a good person, because you are good no matter what. Not because someone else tells you you're good, even if it's your child. So, for all of us out there who are striving to be parents, we are the best parents that we can be. And we watched, Lillian last week, and she is the best that she can be, but there'll be times when it is trying. There'll be times where, even our children will tell us, I hate you, mommy, I hate you, daddy. And it doesn't mean that you have failed. I know I have to go.
You
so
see, that's
I've gotta
unacceptable.
cope.
No?
Hey.
Which child should be telling their parents that
They do
I
that.
hate you and all that?
They do that in
All of
If
them
I
do.
were, I will slap
No.
the child.
They do it in anger
That's-
and frustration.
Ungrateful, I will
That's
kick
not-
the kid out of the house.
And I'll kick you
That's-
out of your house after you
That's
do
why
that.
you don't have children.
I
Glenn, and we
never
are
said that to my
grateful.
mom or my father.
Neither did
Never
I.
did I say, I hate you, mom, I hate you, dad.
We're
So-
brought up differently, but it does happen a lot.
It happens.
That
It does
is
happen.
unacceptable.
Ungrateful child.
Yes, ungrateful on its own. That kid.
Oh, we
Dr.
are
Jerry?
digressing here.
Okay, sorry,
Yes.
Go on.
Final
please.
words?
I know. It is time to go. So I've got something from what Mark Twain said. And he says, it is not the size of the dog in the fight. It is the size of the fight in the dog.
So true.
Nice.
I didn't get that.
Love
Yes.
that.
And for everyone, I am going to bed right now. So enjoy the rest of your day.
Hey, thanks, Jerry, for doing this. I mean, it's 2
Thank
a.m.
you,
in Zurich.
Yes, it
and
is.
you're with us.
No
Thank you very, very
worries.
much.
I love
Mwah.
all of you, and I love being the people psychologist. So I'm going to see all of you next week.
I like that.
Awesome.
The people psychologist.
Love you back. Have a great trip.
Bye.
Enjoy. Bye-bye.
Go jump into bed with your husband.
Oh.
He's waiting for you. Bye-bye.
Okay, she's gone.